Ready?
Everybody? You ready? Did you get your copy of the?
I get Jason's.
You got it? Whoa. Y'all don't catch me hopping now. Ready?
Ready when you are.
Okay, at around noon yesterday, a Texas Department of Public Safety trooper stopped the 2007 black Jeep Wrangler occupied by Pamela Metlock and 5-year-old Zechariah Sutton, who had been missing since Sunday. It was westbound on Interstate 20 in Mitchell County, out near Colorado City, Texas. It's about 6 to 7 hours from here. Smith County Sheriff's Office and detectives immediately traveled to Mitchell County in order to interview Pamela Medlock, as well as Zechariah Sutton. Upon interviewing Pamela Medlock, Smith County detectives concluded that the charge of kidnapping was necessary for Pamela Medlock. This charge is a third-degree felony under the Texas Penal Code. A detective in Smith County prepared a probable cause affidavit pursuant to Texas Penal Code 20.03 and submitted it to the 7th State District Judge, Kerry Russell, where she received a warrant for the arrest of Pamela Medlock for kidnapping. Judge Russell recommended a bond of $250,000, and as of this time, Pamela Medlock is still in the custody of Mitchell County Sheriff's Office in West Texas. Zechariah Sutton underwent a forensic interview in Sweetwater and was returned to Smith County by representatives of the Smith County Sheriff's Office and the Children's Advocacy Center of Smith County. He was medically cleared and returned to his family. And with that, I'll entertain any questions.
Did Medlock offer any indication as to why she did this? Why, because we know she's taken the child before and brought him right back. What's different this time?
She made some statements of Blake during her interview that we won't go into right now, but it's going to be getting into the evidentiary part of the charges. They were found to be, through a forensic interview with the child, found to be unfounded. So just making excuses about why she did it.
And you mentioned the child was medically cleared. Any signs of any abuse or anything?
No trauma, no abuse, no outcry of any nature towards his family he was living with or Miss Medlock.
Any indication of why she took him that far west? We'd heard that her base of residence was around the Dallas area.
Right. They were seen in Dallas. They went to the toy store in Dallas, I think, and then ended up going west. And this is the only part of the statement that I will allude to. She was supposedly headed for Arizona. And as to why, that's unknown.
And the way she was stopped, was it someone who recognized the vehicle itself related to an Amber Alert or a traffic violation?
It was a Texas State Trooper from the Amber Alert. Yeah.
Any indication yet why the boy's family waited until it was 3 a.m. the following day to report the news?
That's hard to say why the family waited until 2 or 3 o'clock a.m. The only thing I could surmise from that is that she had taken the boy before out on her own and had eventually turned back up, but I don't know if they tried looking for her during that time period and then got afraid and called the sheriff's office or what exactly happened.
Child's been reunited with his family?
Yes. And the child is into the custody, the custodial parent, if you would, for the child is grandmother. I think 60-something years old grandmother.
In the time from Tyler to where Medlock and the child were eventually found, did they spend the night anywhere at any point? Do we know that?
Don't know. We know they stopped in Dallas. Don't know if they spent the night. I know they stopped and slept a couple times at a roadside park, supposedly. And that's as far as we know as far as where they stayed anywhere. We have no evidence of them stopping at a hotel or motel or anything of that nature.
Were there any suitcases packed? Did she bring any kids' clothes?
I don't know about that.
Do you know if there were any tips that led to the idea that she might be headed to Arizona, or did that come out through the interview?
through the interview.
Any idea when she'll be brought back to Smith County?
We have 10 days upon getting an arrest warrant to return to pick up from another county. So sometime latter part of this week or the first part of next week, she will be returned to Smith County if she does not make bond out there, and that's unlikely that she will.
Of course, in a situation like this, we've had children go missing before, and the endings were not good.
Absolutely.
I'm sure a relief to you that this one ended well.
It is. Once the detectives got on it and used some of the tools we have, license plate readers and things of that nature, we were able to determine which way she was headed on the interstate, and we're able to focus in on that westbound interstate.
So in other words, we were really lucky that she was spotted before she got out of it.
Very lucky. Well, I'd rather, like I always say, we'd rather be lucky than good any day.
Do you anticipate any continued contact or interaction with the boy and his family, just to make sure that they remain okay?
I'm sure the Children's Advocacy Center will be checking in on them. I'm sure they've probably made an appointment to return, and we have 3 detectives assigned to the Children's Advocacy Center of Smith County, and I assure you they will be checking on them.
Yesterday was mentioned the history of narcotic use. Any narcotics in the vehicle?
Not to my knowledge. There was no arrest for narcotics or anything of that nature. Matter of fact, she was not arrested till our detectives got there, and subsequent to the interview is when she was arrested. We wanted to make a determination for sure if she had committed the offense, and through the interview we determined she had, and therefore the arrest warrant was issued here in Smith County, and detectives interviewed her there in Mitchell County and determined the offense of kidnapping had been perpetrated.
And so ahead of that, she was just detained for the time being?
Just detained till our detectives got there for the interview. She submitted to an interview, and I won't go into what the results of the interview were.
Are you able to elaborate at all on her mental state whenever
No,
you picked her up?
no.
Did she give y'all any reasoning as to why she wanted to move?
That's all in the affidavit, and if you get a copy of the affidavit, obviously you get it, but that's something we don't want to go into right now.
How difficult is it in a situation like this to be able to interview a child as young as Zechariah was and get the kind of information that can help with?
We do forensic interviews with the children like that through the Children's Advocacy Center of whichever county, and they have trained interview personnel that know how to interview children. Anything else?
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes, sir. Ma'am.